How we doing, everybody? Master Gall back here again with you, Shaolin in Wing Chun Academy in Nashville, Tennessee. This is the fourth video, if you're keeping track, of our basic drills series. This video is going to teach you how to link all three of the previous videos together. So you're going to see full cycle Pak Sao drill, you're going to see Bong Sao Lap Da drill, and you're going to see Tan Gum Spade. If you don't know what any of those words mean, then I would suggest that you back out of this video and watch those first and then come back. Otherwise you might get a little confused. This video, I'm not going to keep it very slow. I'm not going to go full speed by any means, but I'm going to do it a little bit faster than the others have been done, basically because all of the slow instruction was done on the other videos. So I'm going to bring my assistant Daniel back in here. If you've watched the other videos, you know who he is. You're familiar with him now. How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you very much. So we always salute each other, you know that by now. He knows I'm not trying to hurt him, I know he's not trying to hurt me, and if one of us does get hurt, it's basically our own fault. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start in right-hand cross hands. So, first thing I want you to focus on is your structure. So you're going to get natural stance. Let me get Daniel to back up just a hair for me. Okay, it's a little too far. Alright, that's good. So, we're going to get natural structure here. So feet are pointed on the same line. Notice one foot not in front of the other. Both feet on the same line, both toes pointing the same direction. Daniel and I are mirror images of one another. So my right is his left, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do when we do these drills is we're creating an X. So when I put my right hand out, he puts his right hand out. We've successfully made one leg of the X. Obviously, my left side would be the other side of the X. So anytime we're doing this, we want to think about meeting in the intersection of those two arms. So I'm going to start with full cycle Pak Sao, then I'm going to go to Bong Sao Lap Da, then I'm going to go to Tan Gum Spade, and I'm going to show you how these link together individually, and then he and I are going to link these together without going in order, so you can see how these can work. So we're going to start right hand out. We start in full cycle Pak Sao drill. You should have a 45-degree angle on your Pak Sao. Should have a 90-degree angle on your fist. Both hands coming off the center line like you learned in the first video. Now, I'm going to switch to Bong Sao Lap Da. How I'm going to do this, there's a couple ways to do this, but one way I'm going to do this is take my Pak Sao and I'm going to give him Pak Sao Fak Sao. That rolls him to Bong Sao. If he establishes this correctly, I won't hit him. If he doesn't establish this correctly, my hand will meet his forehead, okay? Be careful when you're doing this. Make sure you're not aiming at the eyes. Make sure you're always aiming around forehead or hairline level. That way nobody gets poked in the eye inadvertently. So we're at Bong Sao. He's at Bong Sao now. He rolls. And now we're in Bong Sao Wu Sao position. Bong Sao Lap Da. So make sure the insertion of the Bong Sao is there to change the angle of his attack. If it's not there, you see the difference, okay? Make sure that insertion is happening. Make sure the connection is there. Make sure I'm not disconnecting and then coming back in, okay? Some systems will do that. That's not how we do it. Go ahead. Now I'm going to change sides. He grabs, I counter grab, pull him across, punch with my other hand. He inserts on the grab. He grabs and rolls again. Now we're on my right side, his left. Now I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to change sides again first. Okay? He grabs, I grab again, pull him across. Now I'm going to get out of this and go back into crosshand drill. So he grabs, he pulls down, I hewn inside. I'm going to go high this time. He gives me Tan Da. So you see where that Tan Sao is, and he's punching right here. I have one of three ways to answer this: Pak, Tan, or Bong. Since I've done Pak and I've done Bong, I'm going to go ahead and do Tan now. So, he's got a Tan here, I do a Tan on the inside line, and I go to Gum Spade. He gives me a feeding hand, which takes us to cross hand position. Now I can answer with a single hand trap. We can go back into full cycle Pak Sao. Or, I can just take this, and I can go into Tan Gum Spade. Okay? Now, I'm going to link all three here. Single hand trap, full cycle Pak Sao. Pak Sao Fak Sao takes him to Bong Sao. Bong Sao Lap Da. Change sides. I'm going to change one more time. Good. Now I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to give him a low hand. He gives me Gon Da. And I go right back into full cycle Pak Sao. Now, the third video on Tan Gum Spade showed you how to isolate that drill. I'm going to show you how to put that into right here. So I'm going to slow this down a little bit. My Pak Sao hand is what's going to be engaging. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring him down here. Once I let him go, when I open this up, he brings this hand up the center line like he's supposed to. I keep my hand here in the low line. He brings this down. I follow him up his center line and bring him out to Tan Sao out here. Gum, spade. Okay, we go back. Now we're on the left side. My Pak Sao hand again. Usually when I do this with somebody that's just learning, I do it on a count. So you're going to hear a 3 count. I'm going to slow this down. So I'm going to count my defensive hands. 1, 2, 3. Right here. He comes up. I follow him up. There we are again. 1, 2, 3. There it is again. Okay. So without the count, you'll see how this works. Okay. So you're just seeing I'm giving Tan Gum Spade. When he gives me the feeding hand, I immediately initiate, pardon me, my lips are blocking my words. I'm initiating a single hand trap right off the bat. All right. So that single hand trap can come off anywhere. Feeding hand can come out of anywhere. So I'm here, full cycle Pak Sao. There's a feeding hand. He pocked it, but he gave me a feeding hand anyway. So maybe he wants to change. Maybe he lops. Okay. Now, here's the fun part. Still keeping the drills together, but I'm not going in the same order. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. He pocks. Okay. Now he goes full cycle Pak Sao. Did you see that? Let's try it again, just in case you didn't. So I give him Pak Sao Fak Sao, puts him into Bong Sao Lap Da. Okay. I'm here, but now look. Instead of lopping and pulling him down and going into the drill, I feel like doing a Tan Sao. I go underneath my forward hand to his outside line. You should see this hand. I peel it off, gum, spade. Now, he can pock that, he can bong that, or he can tan that. Whatever he does is going to lead into that specific drill. So let's say he bongs it. Okay? He grabs it, rolls it over. We stay in that drill. Okay? So let's say he changes up this time. From here, he gives me Tan Gum Spade. Okay. Underneath. Rear hand, Wu Sao underneath. There you go. Tan Gum Spade. I pock, and I take him into full cycle Pak Sao. Tan Gum Spade, Lap Da. Okay? I'll show you that one more time just in case you missed it. So, slow it down a little bit. So, I'm going Tan Gum Spade, and instead of pocking or pushing off of that, I pull. Okay? So you can see how these connections can get tricky at times. What you want, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What you want to focus on in these drills is staying in the drills, okay? A lot of people get a little bit antsy and they want to start getting a little bit more freestylish, and they want to get out and start doing hands that aren't in those drills. If you're at a level where you can do that, fine. But if you're just learning these drills, if you're just getting familiar with these, I wouldn't suggest that, only because it's too much to download. You don't want to overload yourself. So stay within the drills. Keep these drills linked together the way that we link them, or however your specific lineage, your specific school links them. Keep them together, stay in the drills. What that's going to help you do, it's going to build your sense of touch. when you do your Dan Chi Sao or your rolling hands, that's going to obviously help your sense of touch as well. But when you link the feeling that you get from the the 3 basic drills and your Chi Sao drills, once you link all those feelings together, that's really going to help you more than anything when it comes to doing freestyle, getting into the feeling of where you feel like you can do different hands, like Bill Sao's or whatever. So focus on your structure. Make sure your structure's good. Make sure your hands are coming off your center line, and make sure that you got light contact. You want to make sure you're not injuring the people you're playing with, because if you injure all your partners, you got nobody to play with. So, any questions? Sorry, you can't ask me any questions. But if you're in the Nashville area and you do have questions, contact us. We'd love to sit down and talk with you, and then you can ask me questions, and I can actually, interact with you face to face, if that's what you desire. So, from all of us at Shaolin Wing Chun Academy, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Contact us on our Facebook page. If you don't want to do any of that, then that's on you. Thanks.